A Hawaii SR-22 can feel confusing because it is tied to your license, your insurance, and the state's reinstatement rules all at once. If your license is suspended and Hawaii says you need an SR-22, the goal is simple. Get the right policy in place, keep it active, and avoid anything that delays getting back on the road. An SR-22 is a certificate, not a separate insurance policy. It is proof filed with the Hawaii Driver Licensing Agency, showing that your coverage meets the insurance requirements tied to your reinstatement. The filing creates a link between your active policy and your driving record. If your policy cancels or your coverage lapses while the SR-22 is still required, the state can be notified, which may lead to another suspension. Several situations can lead to an SR-22 requirement in Hawaii. They may include an OVUII or DUI-related conviction, driving without insurance, being at fault in an accident without coverage, accumulating too many violations, or other serious driving issues. The point of the SR-22 is to prove financial responsibility going forward. Hawaii's current minimum auto liability limits are $40, $80, $20. That's $40,000 per person for bodily injury, $80,000 per accident for bodily injury, and $20,000 for property damage. Hawaii also requires personal injury protection coverage. Your policy needs to meet the coverage requirements that apply to your situation. In many Hawaii SR-22 cases, drivers need to keep proof of coverage active for about 3 years. But the exact requirement can depend on the reason for your suspension and what the state requires in your case. The safest move is to treat it as a continuous requirement and to avoid any gaps in coverage. If you miss a payment, cancel your policy, or switch insurance companies before that new SR-22 is active, the state can be notified. A gap in coverage can lead to another suspension and problems with completing your SR-22 period. Insurance premiums often increase after an SR-22 requirement, especially if the violation involved OVUII, DUI, reckless driving, driving without insurance, or an accident. The exact increase can depend on your driving history, age, location, vehicle, coverage limits, and the company you choose. Hawaii rates can vary from one carrier to another, so shopping multiple carriers can make a real difference. The SR-22 filing itself is usually manageable, often around $15 to $50 as a one-time cost. The bigger financial impact usually comes from the insurance premium. If you do not own a vehicle, a non-owner SR-22 policy may be an option. This can provide liability coverage when you drive a vehicle you do not own and is often less expensive than covering a vehicle that you do own. Set up autopay, keep your policy active, and make sure any new SR-22 is filed before canceling your old coverage. Visit SR22direct.com to get your Hawaii SR-22 policy started today and compare rates, or call or text 888-620-SR-22. That's 888-620-7722. Agents are standing by to help you get legal and back on the road today.